What's up, guys? Your boy Ed from Savij, you already know. So I recently went to locals, which is kind of rare for me because I'm only really going to locals maybe once every like 2-3 weeks. You know, if I get lucky, I'll go once a week, but it's really been a little bit of a tough situation because I've been working a lot. So, you know, with Vegas coming up, YCS, all that good stuff, you know, I'm just trying to make sure that I'm prepped so I can go. It's still not a for sure thing, but hopefully I'll be out there at YCS Vegas. So if you guys see me, you guys are more than welcome to come up to me. But for today's video, I have been playing Kashtira, and I recently went to locals and I topped with it. I went out twice. I got second place at one locals. I got fourth at the other. Fourth place, I ended up taking a draw with the undefeated because I played the undefeated. I ended up drawing with him, so that's what got me fourth place. If not, I would have been a little bit higher if I would have ended up winning that round. But it's fine. Kashtira, best deck. You guys already know. Shifter deck, whatever you guys want to call it. It's literally a really good and it's a really fun deck to play right now. And if you guys really want to play Kashtira, you guys should. I just don't want to see a lot of you guys playing Kashtira to where like I have to mirror match cash every freaking round. Don't do it. I've had a couple of mirror matches already. The mirror matches are kind of tricky. It depends on the deck that you are playing for Kashtira, whether if you want to go first or second on a mirror match. But it's really going to depend on how you play and how you got your build going, of course. But for today's build, it's just my dot deck, whatever you guys want to call it. I always call any deck that I play Eddie's deck. You guys already know this. We've gone through almost every single match that I've ever played like that. So let's go ahead and get to the video. But before we do get into the video, I do want to show you guys a little bit of a new product that I've just recently received. I want to give Arcane Fortress a shout out. They have sent me this deck box here, which I've actually been using for the last 2 to 3 weeks. I was supposed to do a video sooner, but I've been really backed up with work and a recent trip that I took to New York. So I'm still catching up from a lot of that. But this is the deck box. I will be showing you guys on the video when I start the deck profile. A little bit more of the deck box. I think that this deck box is actually really sick. I will be putting out a short, or I already did put out a short, depending on when you guys are seeing this. But the deck box I actually really do enjoy a lot. I like it a lot. It gives me really like Magic vibes, kind of like a vibe to the deck box. But the deck box is perfect. I play sometimes like a 60 card deck and plus the extra in the side deck, and it fits it out perfectly. Currently I'm playing about a 42 card deck, and it fits really nicely in there. This is my main, this is my my extra, and that's of course my side. And then they do have a little dice tray right here on the side. I haven't been able to keep my dice in here because every time I'll bring one of these dice, I'll lose them. I'm really terrible at keeping up with my dice. That's one of the reasons why I almost never have dice with me. So if you guys know me and played me at locals, you guys will know that I never have dice because I just lose them all the time. But yeah, this is the deck box. I want to show you guys a little bit more of a upfield and video to the deck box because the deck box is sick. It has a really nice skull here in the front. I know you guys can barely see it because of the glare. Fortress, Arcane, Radiant on the side. I thought I said Fortress, that's my fault. But yeah, this is a really nice deck box. I actually really like this a lot. It says, of course, Arcane Fortress on the top. But this is actually really nice because it's super compact, and I really liked a lot of the deck boxes that they have. They have about 6 different colors. They have a red, blue, black, of course, and then other variant colors that I'm going to be putting their link down in the description so you guys can check them out. I really like what they got going on. Like I said, it's very Magic-y vibe, like I've said, and it comes with like 3 field centers or dividers, whatever you guys want to call them, and I think they're great. I really like the artwork. My girlfriend really liked this one, so this is the reason why I got this one here, because my girlfriend really wanted this one. But I've been the one using it for like the last like 2 to 3 weeks now, and I have no complaints. I think this deck box is great. But let me go ahead and show you guys a little bit more up close. All right, so let's go ahead and start off with right there. You guys can see that it says Arcane Fortress. This is actually really beautiful. And then you open up the deck box and you have this really beautiful artwork. I really like that it's super dark and super gloomy. Like, it's actually really nice. It's a very nice forest. This is very how do I say it, like a church window kind of style. Like, this is really cool. I like this a lot. So yeah, stained glass. I had to stop the video to ask my girlfriend, but this is a very stained glass kind of a you know, vibe to it, and I really like it a lot. Like I said, I have my deck here. It fits like my whole deck. Like, look at this. This is a thick deck right here. It's this main deck, side deck, extra deck, of course. It has a lot of really nice room here. You got your dice tray, which is really, really cool. I keep a pin in here. I love pins. If you guys know me, I love pins. It's one of my biggest, that's actually one of my biggest things. I just love collecting pins. Now for the dividers, they're really cool. Look at this. And it's so nice to the point where like, it doesn't just cut off where it cuts off, but if you were to put like all the images together, like right here, you can still see that whole crow, which is really cool. And I actually really, really like that. It has to be of the artwork somewhere here. You see that? Yeah, so cool. I think they did a really good work. The quality of this deck box is really nice. It fits really, really nicely inside of my Dank Rituals backpack. This is really compact. This is really cool. I've been carrying around this box with me for a little bit just because, like, you know, I like holding it in here, but this is actually unnecessary. Like, you don't have to put your card, you don't have to put your box inside of that box. You just carry your deck box like this. But that's enough about the deck box. Let's go ahead and get into the video now, the deck profile. Alright, so starting off with the deck, of course, we're going to start off with 3 Kashtira Fenrir, because as long as Kashtira Fenrir is at 3, anybody who's playing Kashtira is going to be playing it at 3, and anybody who wants to use it as an engine has the ability to use it as a 2 or 3 of. But of course, Fenrir is always best at 3, because you do want to see the names as much as possible. So 3 Fenrir, 3 Unicorn. Now the Unicorn is back to 3. Like, isn't it insane? Like, what did they do? They took off Unicorn for like what, 3-4 months. They sent it to 2, and then they just gave it back to us, just like they did Starter. Like, that was crazy. 3 Rice Heart. This is the card I actually don't really like seeing as much, especially in multiples of. Like, I don't mind seeing like 2 Fenrirs in hand or something, but I don't like seeing 2 Rice Hearts in hand. It's a little bit annoying to see to see the multiples in your hand. But that's why I also counterbalance it by seeing by having more Kashtira, Scareclaws, and 1 Ogre. I like Scareclaw a lot. I think that Scareclaw is probably like one of my favorite monsters. It definitely gets over a lot of different things, so it's really good. Like, I actually really like it a lot. But that's it for all the Kashtira monsters. Let's go ahead and continue. There's not enough to say about Ogre. Like, Ogre's it's Ogre. Just play it, call it a day, move on. For the rest of the monsters, of course, you do play, like I said, shifter deck, so 3 shifters. As long as shifter's playing, it's being able to be played. Kashtira will continue to abuse it, and I think shifter's actually kind of healthy for the game, to an aspect, of course. There's certain formats where shifter's not great, which is fine, and then people are allowed to play other decks that aren't shifter-based decks. Like, they're not good against shifter. So, how do I explain it? Like, in this format, you should not be playing decks that are not good if you're going to lose to shifter. But there's formats where shifter's not great, but then those decks, even though they're good, but they will lose to shifter, you should play those then. That's the best way for me to explain that. Ash, of course. Shifter is a card that doesn't necessarily stop Ash or doesn't lock you from using it, so Ash is great. The one card that you do get locked under with shifter is going to be Droll, but I still play the 2 Droll and I play the 2 Bell. I think these are really good cards. You don't always open up shifter, so there's always the possibility of just opening up Droll and not shifter. But then even then, there is ways to shifter and draw your opponent. You wait for them to add something, you shifter, then you change Droll. That's pretty simple. Moving on, of course. I do play the 1 Terraforming. I really, really like Terraforming. I think it's a really, really good card, and you should definitely be playing this card, even though you might lose to Droll under it. But Terraforming, it's a 1-of. You want to play it because at this point you're playing 4 planets, and you want to be able to have planet on field almost as much as you can. Planet, just a really good card. It boosts up all your monsters by 100 on every single attribute that you have on the field, and they have on the field too. So it's really, really good. People do forget, so they will swing into your monster and then they'll forget that it's boosted. So take advantage of it. Birth, the best Kashtira spell card. It's literally so much better than Theosis, and it's so much better than like the Planet, because this can get you so much. You can special Fenrir, normal hand trap, Mega Baron, and then with Birth you can still bring back that Fenrir and then do the rest of the combo if you need to. Like, it's actually really, really good. And I will be showing you guys the combo that I am talking about later in this video. 3 Theosis, because Theosis is still good even if you don't use it to actually like E-Telly, then you can still use Theosis to like have it banished and then add a random Kashtira card from your banished pile to your hand. Double Dimensional Fissure. I think Dimensional Fissure is really, really good, and I actually like this card in this deck a lot. The only card that yet again this card stops is Droll, but I mean, like, it's fine. You can Droll, you can swap out the Drolls. There's just so much you can do with this deck. Double Tactic Silence. I like Triple Tactic Silence a lot. I think it's really, really nice. I honestly almost never use it. Fuck that card. It's one of the cards that I side out the most. Swords, I've decided to play this instead of playing Pot of Prosperity, and it's actually helped me out a lot more. With Birth, like I said, being such a really, really good card, you activate this, you banish your Fenrir, you draw 2 cards, activate Birth, bring back the Fenrir, you still have full combo. Like, even if you didn't have another like name in hand, you can still go off with just the Fenrir, or whatever other monster it is. I play double Cyclone because Cyclone is really, really good, especially against like Fire King. It really does help me out a lot to clear their board and just go for game, because if you clear their board and they have ways to come back, then okay, they have ways to come back. But if they don't, which happens a lot, you just push for game and you win there. You don't have to give them another turn. 1 call by, 1 preparations. Preparation is really nice. It's really just an extra body. 90% of the time you just use it to control the board on your opponent's turn and then swing for game on yours if need be. So like, maybe if you want to build a really, really big wall so they don't get through it, that happens too. And then let's say they just get rid of all your monsters, you go into your turn and then you just swing for game. You have, of course, Mega Phantom Beast, Draco Sack, which is going to be the combo starter for all of this deck. I'll show you guys how to run this combo in a second. But Draco Sack, double Link Spider. I wish I had ulti Link Spiders, because ulti Link Spiders are beautiful. Continuing on with Crystal Heart. Crystal Heart is part of the combo, and I'll show you guys the combo. And then there's other ways to play the combo if you're under Shifter, and I can show you how to do that. That's why IP is in this deck, but then I also play SP and Heat Soul, because Heat Soul is really nice. Once I'm doing this combo, and if I'm doing this going second and I know I can clear boards, I just access code, and access code helps out a lot. I don't even need it for game, it just does help out a lot. Of course, we still play Shangri-La, even if it's only at 1 with Big Eye. Shangri-La not being at 1 on the ban list, I want to specify that I'm saying that I'm only playing it at 1. Big Eye, still such a beautiful and great card. Flare Metal, beautiful and awesome card. This card's getting reprinted, Dark Armed, which is awesome. It's about time. Dark Armed, nice card, but it's whatever. This guy, I honestly never play him. And then Suze, I really am starting to just hate Suze a lot. I don't like there being so many backup options for a lot of players, to where all they can do is Suze, wow, and then they cry and then they bitch and they moan while they're playing you. Like, oh, all I can do is Suze, but Suze does a lot, dude. Like, they don't understand that Suze is actually a really good card and it clears out so many boards. So I do got to give Suze its props and its place, but it's a really easy exit button for a lot of players that don't know how to play against certain decks, which kind of sucks, because then you just lose to a bunch of randos. And then Baron's just such a nice card. I thought I had my Pretty Baron in here, but I guess I don't. I should definitely put my Pretty Baron in this sleeve. But yeah, I think that's it, guys. That's definitely it for the main net and side deck. Main and extra deck. For the side deck, you guys don't really want to know. So I'm just gonna run through it really quick. Prankertops, Harpies, Double Lightning Storm, 1 Change of Heart, 2 Book of Moons. Book of Moon's really good against the mirror match, so you Book of Moon. But some of this stuff is just standard stuff, and I only play them depending on how I want to play. Evenly and Anti-Spell and Summon Limit. What I was playing recently in the main deck was Summon Limit, and I decided to swap that out to the side deck. Just because like I ended up putting in other stuff that I thought were really good, like the Cosmic Cyclones. I had them in the side, and I just swapped them out for Summon Limits, and Summon Limits are definitely better in the side, especially when you're going first. A lot of people don't expect it, and it's it's really funny when it happens. We're playing the Gold Harpies Feather Duster because we haven't pulled any OTs yet, but when we do, we're gonna swap it out. But that's it for the main deck. Let me know what you guys think. I really enjoy this deck, and I think this is really fun, but I just don't want to see a million people playing it again, because it's just going to be like mirror match after mirror match after mirror match, and then that just gets kind of annoying. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Alright guys, before we continue with today's video, I just wanted to sit down and talk really quick about Opposition Games. They are my newest sponsors. They have all of the top meta cards on their shop. You guys can check them out. And if you guys want to buy anything that is Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, or Magic, of course, you guys can get 5% off using Savij5, my affiliate code. So make sure you guys check them out. The link will be down in the description. Alright, so the combo is really easy. All you really need is just a way to get to 2 level 2s without actually locking yourself into XYZs. I've shuffled my deck. I'm going to go ahead and keep cutting for now. I'm going to go ahead and do a couple of good cuts, so you guys can see that it's all shuffle. We're going to see if this hand gives me the way to get to 2 level 7s. We're going to be fine. If not, we're going to do another hand. Okay, so there goes 2. Okay, these are 5 cards. They don't require for me to lock myself into XYZs, because honestly, the Birth helps out a lot. The Fenrir by himself does very little, but it does get me there. So let's go ahead and start off with Special Summoning Fenrir by itself. Of course, you can always shifter here. I'm going to show you what the difference is between not shiftering and shiftering here. So then like that, you guys can know how to play better and accordingly to what you have in your hand. But let's go ahead and see. Okay, so Fenrir. Off of Fenrir, honestly, I'm going to go ahead and add... the Unicorn. We could have... I'm gonna add Rise Heart. That's fine. Either way, you're gonna have to use your normal summon. You're gonna normal summon your Rise Heart here. You're gonna go Rise Heart. You're gonna banish. What I like to banish if I already have Birth and or like other stuff is it's Ogre. Ogre is really unnecessary most of the time, but it's really good because then you get preparations out. You don't want to lock your 2 extra monster stones, the ones that are under him. So you just put it at the very far or right, or you put it at the very middle. Far right, far middle, or far left. Draco Sack. Draco Sack says you can detach a card to be able to special summon out 2 whatever tokens. It doesn't even matter the levels. These are my 2 tokens. These are 2 Phantom Knight tokens, and because they are normal monsters, you get to link these away. Sorry, I'm shaking the camera a little. You get to link those away for a Link Spider, and then another Link Spider here, because we are assuming that we're not under shifter. You know, link them both, make heart, bring a Link Spider back, link those away, and then you're gonna go ahead and make Heat Soul. And then with Heat Soul, if you need to, you draw a card, whatever it is, right? This could be just a random card, it doesn't matter. From here, what you're gonna want to do is that you can either make SP here, or you can make an IP, or you can just keep playing and see what happens. In this situation, I'm going to go Birth. I'm going to activate Birth and bring back Ogre. We're going to go ahead and add, of course, our very strong trap. You see, this is the thing I hate about Rise Hearts. They stick together. Like, I always have to separate them. Preparations. Cool. Alright, preparations is in your hand now. This is the rest of your hand. You can literally do whatever else that your heart desires here. You can make IP now, you can wait, you just do whatever you need to do. But what I like to do here is I don't make IP or SP right now. I just push. I push for as much as I can with these cards here, so then like I can get a Shangri Arrow. and then I make Shang here. Shang, and that is how you end your combo. Now I'm going to show you the exact same combo, but I'm going to show you while you're under shifter. Let me go ahead and prep my deck. All right, so I put all the cards back together. The cards that we opened were Theosis, you opened up Double Birth, you opened up Shifter, and you opened up Fenrir. These were cards that we added from our deck some way, somehow. So let's see. First thing you want to do is, of course, Shifter. Now we're under Shifter. Everybody's under Shifter. Special Fenrir, off of Fenrir, you add Steel Rice Heart. Same thing. You're going to go ahead and normal Rice Heart, and you're not locked into Xyz because normal summoning him and using his second effect does not lock you. You banish Ogre. Now you're going to go ahead and do this combo here. You're going to go Draco Sack. You're going to detach. This time, though, what's going to happen is that when you make the 2 tokens, you're not going to link them both into Link Spiders right away. You're going to link one into a Link Spider, but then you're going to link the other 2 monsters that you have here. So these 2, you're going to link them into an IP. So the reason why you do that is because IP just says 2 non-link monsters. The token not being a link monster, the Draco Sock not being a link monster, but it's still Cybers. So both of these being Cybers still allows you to get into the Heat Soul. So you still have Heat Soul access in case you are running all of those crazy hand traps. You draw a card, it doesn't matter what it is. Then here you go with the rest of the combo, but you still end on Shangri-Era. And then you bring back Ogre, you add Preps. You're going to Theosis, and you're going to go ahead and special summon Kashtira, Scareclaw. Then you're going to add something back. Most of the time I want to add Fenrir, but this time I'm going to add Rice Heart because you do have preparations, and preparations will help you out. The reason why we added this was because it's under Shifter. Theosis going to graveyard will automatically banish the Theosis, and Theosis will add you a Kashtira card. So now you have some random add, still the birth that you had, which could have been a random card because this was the second birth that we had. You had the preparations, and you have Rice Heart, which is great. This is your board. You're going to go into Shangri-La here. And so for your opponent's turn, you'll get that second draw, which still is nothing. Could have been, these could be 3 hand traps, honestly. This is your preparations, which is going to be set. And then you're going to have the follow-up with Rice Heart, because Rice Heart is actually not terrible whenever you have these. But that is the combo. That's everything that has to do with Kashtira. Hope you guys enjoyed.
Thank you for making it to the end of the video. Don't forget to check out Dank Rituals. Their link will be down in the description. Also, you guys should definitely join my Facebook group. I have a lot of really cool updates and a lot of really good information that you guys might want to keep up with about giveaways and whatnot on there. Also, please guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I would like for you guys to turn on that bell notification as well. I would like to grow my percentage of subbed and not subbed from 20% higher. I would really appreciate that. And don't forget to like, comment, share. You already know, guys. Appreciate y'all very much, and I'll see y'all in the next video.